county. We are friendly in school fees. School fees sio kubwa sana, ndio maana tunajaribu kuambia Wakenya ama Wakenya mahali mko siweke wanafunzi nyumbani, sababu hao wanafunzi wanafaa kukuja kwa shule wapate masomo ili ikuje kuwasaidia.
Kumbuka, wanatoa mafunzo ya moja kwa moja, yani practical lessons, ambapo wanapatana vyumba kwa wanagenzi ili kuendeleza masomo yao. Pia wako na transportation na vyumba vya malazi kwa wanafunzi, na wako na scholarships kwa wanafunzi ambao wako na mahitaji ya kipekee.
We offer about academic only. We also instill discipline into them so that they can know how they can live life while outside school, and also spiritually we uplift them. Also, while they are in school, we not only offer that is theory, we also offer them practical where they go for clinical rotation and attachments.
Mitihani yao wanaifanya na NITA pamoja na TVET CDSC. Usajili unaendelea. Wapigie simu kwa nambari 0718570605 au 0718171944 au watembelee kwa mitandao ya kijamii, email careling.institute@gmail.com, Facebook Careling College of Medical Science and Technology Training.
Tunawakaribisha nyinyi nyote mkuje katika shule yetu ya Careling College of Medical Science and Technology Training.
Careling College of Medical Science and Technology Training. Healthy education is the key to life.
TV Oborabu Wagusi.
Bia mono omanchi omo ligeriria na inde twaswera sentunde ya gatatu eyengencho na inde ya mweryo aiga somorubiri gweta breakfast show sitokora manya ayale agenderete ase okorwa usikora sarongorwa gusi ense ya ito ya Kenya in terms of development, politics, governance amona mangana rengete siasa gusubuteneneri. Ekarabona tumogwata mageni itaigete mapema sana, alifika mapema, and that truly shows how committed the leader is, because sekarawo keep time. It means you are very sensitive samangana ringete chinza, because time wasted okonyoranga litukolia oli asalikire. Asamagani walitogora invite kwa yoro monto onyoliru kabisa though mbali bakunyori with explanation na ndechire sensible enough, lakini ngotakirwole wato kaso weneta cover on time, especially as a TV kwa nyoranga chinsa cha ukichekere you must be there asema sekara kwenda airport kana chinsa cha uchietani your flight yakonyora ya chire. So I'm happy for him making tabwat all the time, and I can say without fear or fear or anything nanje tukulinda chinga, and for that reason it deserves. Yeah, that's a good sign of a good leader. Anyway, that's just a by the way. And on a light note, tigatumwarigana magana itase studio tuchikomerekera iguru ya youth opinion inputs asa mangana ringete decision making asense ito ya Kenya. Ntukwanira about politics, ntukwanira about opinions korwase individuals ngakishikali wa affect some of the leaders asense ito ya Kenya na bitake ireko babo, because igotobwate a political analyst amangana governance nere Honorable Beavon Magare kurwali kitutu ya Masaba Nyamira County ase emambi ya bono igo nganchira samaskane manatu mwaliganie kurende nkonyiringa na otura sensa mu mtandao Facebook page na tuli ni Taya TV na bego YouTube producer nego ntebinga no tuli kabisa tumejaja as SMS bali batali ko nyara gotuikera sensema ya Facebook na bo YouTube na bago tuikera weterase okolika SMS na ndebo tambe keroko argue objectively na ende toma a feedback relevant with whatever we are talking about tebanga no kurutira na chinsa se no we are not here as to blame money too much got to be part of the solution as amagendro yensi ya Kenya ndoke Mama Africa entinganeta breakfast show Sara Nyarangi Ontita mzee wa kazi yuko kando kidogo na ndigonda seli bagali yaye bikoro tobyana bimbegete kabisa via political Monday ndara bitema simambia bono Frank Mayunga no warasense moye camera Joshua isa wa super producer ngachira tumwareganie as studio egere tuchaki nkwana. Welcome and good morning mheshimiwa.
Good morning baba.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Biamono for making time. You're an early bird.
Hapa ni nyumbani.
You really, why do you always manage time? How do you manage your time? You're very punctual.
It is a routine.
Yes.
That I've developed over time.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
You're time conscious.
All the time.
That's right. Asanya chulende ntobwata bagani all the time.
Yes.
You can say hi to them. Obakwane so that you baregania simambia bono.
Ochiase abancho baligere bonsi koru chinse mo chinse bali batuligere chinse cyabona mambi. Nchenkoro kwa Beavon Magare tigangiriri bagarimba kwaninga mwensi mbi ya murase muri na ndemba kirembya mane sengi choko gendra gotegera se TV ito yetaya rindu tandira gosema ni especially binegesa kukyumugusi ngayensero chiko chinga yarure na ndiki to kwenda gukora nchina gokere konya ribaga go chase studio litukoria lero ndi tusange na inwe asenkwane tolenga itori na ndenga itoko genda gochi.
All right. Yes. Bia mono sana. Welcome so much asemambi ya bono. Tumena kitoko chakara kinende karwata enjo gwere emesa
yogo
chakara kwenye slice ngara kagechonyi beke into pieces onyare ko yeria. Let us begin from the just concluded enhanced voter registration.
Yes.
Ntuaro IBC through the chairman agatebanga rende bago kirenjire exercise kiaba within that 1 month babegete duration mbalike the new voters 2.5 million if not around here. I thank Kenyans for those who participated, for those who came up with the Nico Card initiative, mbalikia new voter voters into Babuate. So from where you sit, are we there yet? We'll say omobaroyo according to you, no you get to your expectation, we'll say ngakiorochi.
Ntualenga na indenga kiendega toka kwanerenga na toka teba abantu baitu bale sokia se ne chinguru chine na soko uko basomo baro.
Yes.
Lakini karokuliria commission ekaraba kolete report bakakore press na interviews no bino bumuntu akwenda so mutanda wabinyore na rochi no nyine Taya TV ya cover report ya IBC. IBC nyene yatebete mbale satisfied yani mbaikira mbagokiri na omwara uri banyorete ikiagera target yabo na batagete banyorete zaidi amaeneo ande ayandi baga chance yake ayandi bakagenda magigake ono bono kurwa sense ito ya gusi constituency nchire chetani expectations cha IBC constituency mnanyali bali ya chache did more than 100% as expectations keli. We had the constituencies chinde chiachete percentage rense actually Buna Babasi was at 61%. Abuninzake. We had constituencies, especially Buna Nyamira Seito. We didn't do well. But then the national outlook program, IBC na yago kiwe. Kagara as a percentage yabo mbaita amagisi alibanyo letana bo muntako andikira skende. Lakini ndi bono nchingo kwa specifically kwa sense nyaito. That fairly into tokolete buronge kiagera osokuligira the numbers y'abantu bandi banyorete against what we have region yetu tokolete bia.
That is it.
Karokuligira nonye manyete other than just konyora new registration ntubwate also transfers ntubwate n'abantu bandi bagakora change of particulars maybe umuntu ngwaige togasohoka gucyasegete boneke bandi wachenjire kibandi yatorere turi mugaka so you need to also do change of particulars so kuligereria umubaro ito negasoke mugusi the numbers are not so appealing but then that means bono na IBC kiaru eteli bagekateba bagendere na continuous voter registration I hope abantu baito bado mbagendere yes namba ibere umubaro bw'abantu abake in the whole structure the appeal was so good nationally but ground check akaigono nekero gukora an engagement with young people igana ali na bokonyoranga still there is a challenge na wono ritkori igoro marako banabwate mukutano makaigo nabasai to across just a general talk konya kubura ninga itoikire and still to my shock asabasai twalenge nane babere babwate banyorete ibagario kubwata chikura ase period ye na indekero kubuli kisababu kera gotema kubuli na ngayora nyare kubasira bado koranga baraba satisfied barara sababu kubwate kule so still that shows na IBC bune kiombe creator ne tobo choli na barai baito koru chinsemo cheito chagusi bado mbabwate gasi yoko gendera konya kuinyuria abantu baito obuya wogo vote then number 2 number 3 there was a challenge yabantu especially abantu abake baigete gutwara waiting card way before ebibande byabo bitayigete goika as a period so nabakonyoranga still nabako umuntu abwate interest yoko twale a card but bono tachit konyore bagari gutwale kibande so again that calls for abari baito especially bajumbe babe ke pressure go chiase national government elinde ebwatoke ebibande biri byabantu bari batanyara tuko babako bwata chikura linde banyara ko basomo waruri go chiase continuous voter registration because continuous voter registration eronere negendere tonyeta another session ya enhanced continuous negendere so na babantu baito bago chikonyara libaga baendere ko bwata chikura
but my worry is ekero tukubeka enhanced voter registration kangariri na ria abantu bagosoka bangi because ni period bekirororo because bono onyemba agosoka se enhanced how sure we ngamba so kia se continuous voter registration warure example nga others they don't have any reason yokobwata and they could be right isoko badagara they could be right
na boko nyoramba bwate sababu maite kiro monto kiro abantu bado bosaigo for some reason babwata bokonguno no bugambi so borai so they believe na karambwate kura inje go bono tinda tuko chwakira morai ko chikonchanda bweba ekaratari gwake kura muna bono usakuligereri practically Nyanza Nyanza seito Siaya ebabwate 44,000
yes
Kisumu babwate 45,000 Homa Bay ebabwate 53,000 Migori babwate 46,000 so ase nseme yonsi twabwate chikura 1189 aso wa mukuru Luo Nyanza wowo chaseito Kisi twabwate 65,000 Kisi County Nyamire twabwate 23,000 so we had a total of 88,000 echine chikura chitabwente ko baiko because sukulire target ya IBC against what we scored chikura echini insechire
by the way Nyanza
so imagine onye togote buna twabata chikura 1800 asoba cholibo aitete iko no mugusi bado ntoreke million
tujafika ikiagera what did deter us from kulikichikura twikino 300,000
ntobwa sababu
atuna sababu
because also kuligereri sarai ntobwa advantage that around as turuete gasi tugusi we have very big institutions chia kimasomo tubate wanafunzi ba Kisi University tubate wanafunzi bali Kisi National Polytechnic tubate colleges KMTC tubate colleges around
polytechnics
factually numbers ijeito in as enhanced voter registration ichewenda ko ba more considering ina no nyina ba bara wanafunzi ba bare seita no bale gukora registration onye bagukora changes bagukora ki umuchokora so mu baroyo ito
no moke
imagine ahead of the general election so nyandiri gochuko beko mokia iko bado ntuget even 100,000
ntuget because I remember Kisii County badebete bali eligible ko new voters bali baikire miaka bagwete kubwata they were about 159,000 and something into igoro abubuka bali kubwata kanga Kisii County era 159
of course that was to be a big number
Nyamira they were around 76,000 bali bali eligible wana karata nyara bantu 23,000 no ba registry na Kisii County 65,000
then there's a challenge
there is a challenge
there's a problem.
We don't have those numbers
it is true.
And by the way after exercise what should the IBC learn and how what strategies we want to put in place for higher numbers in the future? Because we are happy, we have registered 2.5 and at least we are happy. I know they are not happy.
Yes.
They should not be happy.
IBC should immediately learn to partner with the possible influencers. I want to applaud Nainche team ya chagete the Nico Kadi campaign.
Yes.
Because to some extent,
and thanks to them,
now we've had such similar initiatives. Maybe to the national space. Kuna Nico Kadi anyo to the national space. Partnership muna chiria ase abantu bayito bagokora we've leaders at the grassroots bagwetoma sana asoko suma abantu bamwabo babe part ya abantu bako bagwatire chukura na inde babe identified na IBC. The number 2 IBC should immediately go down bakora recruitment ya staff babo especially staff bakora for short term. Let them involve staff from the areas as bagokora projects because it is very unfair that you monto kurusiko aichego sukuma a project yokora enhanced registration within a constituency whereby to bata bana be constituency you or say area you bakoreki bachete school ba ko batabwate mirimo why if today ngenda say a station nyore kieni kyo monto ndamanyiti na bonda atore problem na no komwa my details but tinsa ko yenda se nyoro monto either mbanyete ko so musani ntore na yaro mumanyete it is so easy na bonko ba comfortable komotebi abantu bande zaidi within the community manyete habuto ko mikino na simia to bakire to batene kino on the station ya IBC batali na mudaro koraki mutale gocha so nkoboli abanene ba IBC ni negas na litatu ko sukumira abajumbe baito babe ko mukina anytime to bwate exercise mune ke IBC getagete staff on a short term basis nto rusia bantu isiko bae guri baga yogo kira abantu within area se IBC ko kole project tikabanyora ribaga alisobo ikiaga to general elections nda bantu baje baswapigo because of security and other reasons but yase short term issues mune echi tikato IBC partner na the locals elindo abantu ba feel part of the exercise because one government are very sensitive about data ngakibako release information yabo to who
that's true
and everything and again tokende with grassroots leaders with grassroots leaders right from MCS barofisi abakoboli MPs barofisi na bakoboli they hold una want to tebe tukabwateke kombe kianege go chako mutinyo gocha for example kala banta abako chokotoka abange in one sitting na botokobeka una one part of the plan tubwate no goteba na ndobwenzi gocha se ndobwenzi ochiko participate as a team or above 18 years lazima okay na le voter amanye ko qualify ko chikuchesa sekeko so automatically muntu wanjito mupira utabwati ke bande ko se tabwati card will work hard arabu so as a team karoko requirements che team chiritoligete ke bande passport ko atachi ole copy ye card ya kiro mchezaji koze anya mochiko wania a prize take over fair if qualify for a prize utali part of the bigger war that we're fighting.
That is it.
Number 2 akanyarora baraiba ko banga medical camps baraiba ko banga sessions chia cleaning image town cheito around those areas IBC never went to party too partner the local leadership linda bakikishinga abantu baitu bakoreki ba nyore chikade. Then another issue our local administrators wa korwa chief gochase bantu ba nyumba 10
Yes.
by way proper facilitation na sensitization on their role as a process here, so that omotuleti will automatically know mwana kiokore skuru kenyora na kibanda kia nkiraje.
Yes.
So that I escalate mangana gochase mo assistant chief. Mo assistant chief in his or her report will push the same gochase mo chief. So like mo chief ako anonya nyamira headquarters ya bako ende meeting.
Yes.
He or she will know that nimbo enda kwetera office ya registrar mbori ibanda bya no sibya correct. Se ibanda bya chire. So at the end of the day okonyoranga esegie bwenta kobu koru grassroots.
Yes.
Korun sego chiko. Segie tokonye bwa koru Nairobi ko chagusi. Eko bu koru gusi ko Nairobi.
That's true.
Yes.
Miyamono sana, I think if they consider those elements,
yes.
Turalikie so many of us. In fact, turaba bakichukura tule eligible abange.
Na buto watch numbers and beyond.
Yes. Hii ingine hii ni mchezo tuko nayo tu. Asa mangana tutara kura abwa IBC to andege ntukindiki out because we are analyzing what is really happening. As a Kisii County, out of the 152,000 registered voters, new voters, ntuabu at the transfers of registration wale nge 13,809.
Those who transferred to
Kisii now.
Korusiko.
Yes, that's a good work actually.
Yes. And
Nyamira, out of the 23 new registered voters, the transfer of registration valuing 6,462. It's impressive.
So does it mean on the ground didn't register? Because if you minus 13,000 cross 65,000.
Yes. It means the new voters
was 40,000.
Was 40,000 and below.
Yes.
And if we remove 23 from 6,000,
that is barely.
That's about 16,000.
17,000.
17,000.
That is dangerous.
That is very dangerous. Kisii people, Kisii region.
We need to pull up our socks.
Now, Wana Saba, Igaba Siren registered. Your take on what about the view of the youth registration?
My view on youth registration remains just the same. Actually, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
On Niko Kadi, on tutatoa nani, replace na yule.
Nyumbani.
Yes. But the reality on the ground is a bit shocking.
Yeah.
That the level of commitment of young people in making sure this project comes out.
Yeah.
Successful is very questionable. It is why all the time na we now get, because dealing with young people is a bit different than dealing with the abantu. So we should specifically have enhanced registration purposely
for the youth. Honestly.
1 week. If you look at the numbers and if you look at the actual noise, the level of commitment,
Chiriko endamo, honestly.
Okonyora bado imagine aba ibuli baito. Bakwira na batobo. Aba ibuli baito bakwira na batobuga. Beliki abali ibuli baito bayigete ko soka gocha chigete bayigete batayigete ko twale ibande abantu kanya bakore gasime bya masamba go sesiko bachirenka abantu ba retire ko Nairobi bachirenka. They doing it better than us.
In the morning, I and my colleague and I, Brighton, to have 2027 asivirogebiga from the presidency mpaka to the county member of assembly. Yeah. Ngoro choko irani. And there were so many, what ni nyumbani. And somebody who is writing what ni nyumbani, ana ID, ana card.
I did a poll on my timeline.
Yes.
And they told me that they're sending home 99% of their elected leaders.
Yes.
And I told them, a weapon.
Yes.
Yogo
Atigare. Because if we just say bare words, flani ni nyumbani, and you have not registered, then you are not walking the talk. Then you are as good as.
But I told you that I had an experience by election. I couldn't see the young people the previous day. I promised na saa moja iko mugambi na otokale na
Kana bagina bagite chikura.
Our parents are very vital. Nova chito tukavera na ulit kuligima. But then I think it's a learning exercise. Then tobwate a very bad mentality. I think it's an African mentality. Yeah, last minute. Because it's a colleague na any week your enhanced voter registration.
Traffic in a jar.
It was na media houses had a hell of time to cover because it was hectic all over. Kila mtu now wanted to be involved as the good news. So I hope this time round we do it better. Cover last minute.
I think that's a good analysis from an expert. Tobata se studia sema Beavon iguru ya mangana alingiti IEBC. Lakini rende mwananchi taranyoru. If you did not register being a voter, still there is room. We have continuous voter registration. You can do it
at the constituency level, at the IBC office, at Huduma centers.
Yes, one gekobe active kiagara konye bali mbara
convenience.
But one you will have to go if you are truly a Kenyan mwenye anataka kuwa Mkenya mzalendo asokubate kadi hiyo. Ntoga ndeto kuna watia bantu baitunga bwate kadi. Be a voter. Ikiagara good leaders iko bataliko ba chosen ikiagara abantu bubwati chikadi. Bad leaders na wako ba chosen by the few bali babwata kirege chikadi. Yeah. Away from that, mheshimiwa ndikitora nyora li swali rengeta mangana IBC, I can gladly read it and you will answer it. But now, wasikuli siasa chense ya Kenya mheshimiwa aschekire it's unhealthy. Yani tikatote wenga nchibu atiafia asomo wika. You saw what happened here in Seme in one of the burial ceremonies.
Yes.
And you saw a very bold bishop bunako lecture. So bunako tebia mabunge. But at the end of it all, abunge wa mother ni either watch your kazi ya bishop uingie siasa. But was he wrong when he pointed out that our parliamentarians, especially the 13th parliament, is not doing what they're supposed to do? Akabata, there is real issues, Chiava Kenya. Instead of you singing in a choir, was the bishop wrong? And if he was right, then why are they responding to him as ajo in politics? Because the church, mheshimiwa, has a say on politics of a given country. Yani kanisa nebuateliba abaraibe kanisa pabateliba gotebana no, this is not right. Take the country like this. Wako na opinion yao kama leaders. Talk about it, because ntuanye kwa sana in the morning na Brighton na the Brighton nga hold it on. Wacha mheshimiwa akikuja ataanalyze vizuri atuambie. Yes.
That bishop has been very consistent doing the same thing. He has been doing that for a while. Actually, during the regime former President Uhuru, the same bishop rose on a platform and said very harsh words against the administration. I mean, he's a bold man. I admire the level of courage that he has, and I wish onye country yale gutwara nabarayibu nabalibe bakidini batatu bane
kanisa
koruchi dini mbalimbali nabo twale ko maite at times na nekero mwana ko I insist ko nyako soyo ko bako chenyongo ye ndagira ime nabo kumujarania karoiga olera
omanyanga that's wrong.
Omanya that is wrong. We've had a very bad culture, especially in our country as umwake kuramaite that muraiga achire kanisa ago tuchangira na ndiga ko tunyora skali bado nenda tosere na bago tene podium kwani kera kwane inclusive amangana ale mangana mabe na inde ekogera no nyene level yo bwanchania sense ito wa kenda. I want you to look at the last 6 months. Hora baito bachire in public podiums chire bakaichie kanisa sabantu bakwereire bakwanira mangana yo kwiranirania baka matanganda at times
asalekire.
Yeah. I confirm maite for some more bishop yoga kakekorko obanyi obanyi ara ligeteriro bagateba matanga na senko preside bana siasa mogocha moche ngora
musige bimwe
ego ichengo babanga. And to some extent I can tell you
yes
that is working. Ikiagara maita bana siasa human beings na baramba bwate emotions na bago feel nsachinda bairanerie kendo kia kwandru getali kia, but now the choice of the platform normally triko bangia. The only problem on bwate na ba raibaito be kanisa is consistency. Yeah. Mbanyale go kora igo consistently. Mbakore igo batari kwa the repercussions, because the first repercussion is mbacho barangelio muchango wanasiasa mbakora ki
bagenda.
No, that is number one.
Sawa mawera badebe.
Number 2, mbacho banyore hard times.
Yes.
No nye no regulate operations church kanisa. For some the same members of parliament na bago regulate chiko. Ende na alenga anga kiene ngakotevi. Gento ngeya bajume banjete. Kune gento kiko bakunamo. Na mbali ko inyora chama bona. Bago kora chika mkunji. Ba make a unanimous agreement na nyale voto kunire, so he has touched one of us, so you will have to deal with him. Yes. So now my worry is consistently kanisa, can they step out and boldly speak on behalf of abantu bakora? Because maite abantu bakwende kanisa bange majority are the same people bako affected by the government policies because bako ba supported by the same government policies. So yes. That level of discussion directly touches the governance of a country. And globally, world over. For the first time, Trump, ikiara pop.
Yeah.
Because you're kunire, ukwandra mangana naki, and you're affecting the global peace, for example. So, Catholic. This is my position. Catholic, America. And you saw the Trump reacting, of course, bitterly, which shows that it was bad. I want to condemn yes,
from the
kurwase matanga, you know, na matanga yo mwaka manene mwaka wa maskani and we shouldn't advocate, of course, for such happenings, but at the same time also ask the politicians to read the room all the time. As a provocation when you read the room advance based on the analysis, the situation at this end on you go to my contribution which is because that level of provocation can take us back to many years as to a correct as to a rule. Omo Bishop Oli aligi kazi ni chia na chirikomi kibakuanira mangana ya boldly, so that now we face the matter. We couldn't see them, our local religious leaders. They should be the ones leading continuous voter registration in their, because they have the numbers. They have the numbers. Bishop Baito, Pastor Baito Kanisa, Babe Mstari wa mbele so advocate for Yobia, but can we continuously have this? About repercussions. I don't know if we continuously have this, but it's a good step.
Yes.
When the church rises and demands to be involved as a talks. That is why unity talks, national prayer breakfast. You involve the church, because the church, like politicians, they also have numbers behind them. So it is very important. It's a good step, and I hope Bishop will be intimidated. The noise is very okay. That means the message is home.
They are felt.
The message is home. Na pabira batu tubale gutoka baikeno ena matanga politicians tukani gutwarwero ngoli twikaransi twakwa nerieta. I think that could be a very good move. Because one day ena matanga y'abantu babasarai usakurigereri ekena na abantu bakobwa gukora matanga on some days, because watanaki because mwana siasa ara achega amatanga yako. And you can imagine the pain of a family, bereaved family. They are crying. Yeah, taite ko ni umuntu and they can't do that because vurungo kolereki ngobere. So I hope in the near future bali bago preside over such ceremonies the limits of who and when and how to give condolences from the political class. So now we don't have some messages come no nyena aba raibaito bakidini. You know, to be fair, no nyene team ende ya linda mwananchi. Look at their program. They go to church on a Sunday morning. Bakoro kanisa, and 3 hours later, ebintu bakukwana on their platforms, I think that don't even go well with even tobacco in the morning.
But not only the Linda Mwananchi.
No, I'm saying of the government affiliates.
Yes.
Na the Linda, because even the president himself to some extent
yes, talks.
he has been
Anatoka kanisa.
Yes. We have seen Rigathi going to church podiums and spewing a lot of hate. Yeah, we've seen the Linda Mwananchi faction going to church in the morning. Vacha mugaso va kuana mangana malito against even the bar in the morning. So generally what I'm saying, the political class went to make a break
Yes.
on the level at which they should be involved.
Yeah.
As a mangana, because one to a mix city, because to ikomanya ora yoli kondo ayira nilioli one it's becoming chaotic.
But Rende, kanisa nera at some point. So again, I blame the church on my own opinion. I don't know what is your take ama what should be done. Why, as a church leader, do you allow a politician to come on a pulpit? See, politicians should be sitting down nera randeliwe akoragende. Why do you give them the mics on the pulpit?
No,
because what do you expect of them?
Because kile kanisa every Sunday, every
Saturday.
Kanisa
kitambo zilikuwa zinachangwa na Wakristo.
That is kitambo. Bwana Wakristo, they cannot afford.
But should the members of parliament, the leaders, use the donation bakolete kanisa to use the pulpit in their own way?
Like now, I think the only way we get out of this mess is by the church itself redefining the specific roles babuate in even building the society. Once kanisa ya manyirenga, our role starts and ends here, and our role is superior to the political players because it is both spiritual and development growth. Karo our religious leaders ba manyire to that extent, they can tame anyone who feels he is superior above them.
Yeah.
Pastor, you know, like we do, it's not even necessary to go to kanisa. Go ahead and
Yes.
just sit as kwanja ribaga,
anywhere.
And if you have anything, we go to the abantu.
Meet them outside
after church.
Because
you have the engagement late in the day within that village. Kuana gamba na buo kirikwata tuko batebia still na moko raki. But now because aba iba ito ba kidini. Banchire gotomeru siringi 10 in advance. Elina ba magokwa ni heroic reception.
Kama ngokwana. So kiagara. Bashima ese kanisa bune ya Islam. I've never encountered such. Ndiko ranga.
Very few incidents.
Very few incidents. Chikolo ni chinke
kabisa.
Lakini asoko nyora is this other church. Naonya na se Catholics tinana korana.
But nowadays we headed there.
But these other Anglican churches.
No, kanisa ito ya Adventista kwa kabere buya until
now I don't know what happened. It's the love of money.
I think so.
Because you're montonyo utomera chibesa.
Yes.
No bato mwali baga.
Baka yuri baga.
But rende no ena barayaba. Karokwe iruri baga. So you choose your words where you are.
At times sarai karojo kobodo women rep no jomanya. That once you go rabanto.
Ebi agase bigo shakanate bire.
Ane kwali getense kwali getaka aka sakara na bolebe kera kwara bantu na kwara chandi chao no chire kanisa abantu mwaso beta na buo
ni kondo kwa anyway I don't know ngikera koru but ndum no wate biru bije
there should be regulation and the church
distinguish
and the church should be the lead as because do you know who presides over burial? The church.
Yes.
So if they define the proper rules and regulations and never stick to them, we be good.
We be good.
The role again the
role of the church.
To kunyara go tame the political class. No, the church can only work on building on regulations.
Okay.
To are good relations. Yes.
All right. Hongera kwa huyu bishop na kuna bishop mwingine na yeye anakuanga anaongea sana na ule wa Muheria, Anthony Muheria. Nani huyu mwingine wa Sapit ako
kubwatina kibogiete.
Kubwatina na kiweta kwa nero.
Na wenye Muheria yo nere ingakie miaka ya maikatanya kukwana. Mbona achitaka tabubuka.
Because there was a bishop in the United States, if you remember. ekaro to gotebanga church nero ni bwate say asamangana governance na asamangana politics. You remember that bishop otebeti Trump liriare go seria abantu ku United States of America.
Don't do that.
Akamote please don't do that.
Don't do that. Openly.
Be human.
Be human.
You know, that is to make us
to power.
Yes, kwa sababu wale wa kanisa, wale church leaders, they have a say, opinion on the leadership of a given country.
It's true.
Igolende karoba atebire, let the leaders take responsibility even for once. Batebenga bishop ngwateba biyaga igae akirende na
igatore ngakitogo just magosa abire. We can always acknowledge and say let's move with this speed.
But baona kiregento twanya go blame
that is wrong.
That is wrong. Karatanga ndiratabu mheshimiwa Beavon ntoroje naende kuendere trending about the former president.
Yes.
Paka yale ngasika zati ya the boy and man. Ruto's boy and man. Yani ule mtu anamshtua ule mtu ni kama anamshtua.
Tayari kwa chingu ndiko niaba
Yes. Is it true that the former president tawana tukutwara an opinion in what is happening in his country, because to already other pro-government machisana ngata kiri kiri because he was there, he did what he did. Bona president wena takwa uchinga. Is it true? Ngayan tatageti arukaranga rikiao anything?
To some extent, of course, the president as a Kenyan citizen has a right to speak. Na went go ukwana. But it's now what we call the Retirement Act of the president. And by luck, Uhuru is the only former president. Yeah. Was other presidents. By the time Moi alikuwa office, Moi was a bit aged. So I don't think at that point he even got involved in any public issue. Moi quietly went to Kabarak, retired until agakuwa Mwaka Kibaki the same. But now Uhuru, you know, one is younger. He's younger.
Yes.
Number two, Uhuru has been involved in the most recent administration. So I don't want to join Abandegote that he doesn't have to speak. Only that I have to ask when he speaks. He also speaks anything or something that should unite the country rather than split the country. Why do I say that? Uhuru in 2022 akairana sobo akati abantu bamwabo ngorundo obisi lakini kerongoro obisi umuntu wenda goswa mugakoyo asekingoso yo mugakoyo inche na deal noyo gonkonya nimo manyete tikankwa neluga kumwezi moko yu tindiko kwana Kisongo tindiko kwana Kiswahili tikankwa neluga moko yu akabatebu na abatebeti bantu bamwe bumbachite komategera kiagara konyo baikire emokonyo konyo baro kirina muntu yo minuta anya kubakonya kwanza so kwanza tikana kwa motegera ntegerere anda bantu bambali kwa bamubwatiri so ikanyarikana rende after chikora cherete mugaka lost and now the deputy ya Uhuru won elections. So rendo uri Uhuru na tebete ninjendu sword chitini mugata mangana uri mokwa awena handover and true to his word
he did that
aka handover so rende I don't think kurelio mose varaya babere banya kwa in good books but the funny thing is sometime iga before liria maandamano karara the current head of state akagenda buyo kumukwari aliboyeka matukoma ke igo tukarara basani boyo yo rweto bakaiwe birogo ya tukabagate kabugu tukatwara leak nyanjui tukatwara
kawe
mutayo yo covid bagacha to the cabinet, you know, those are very senior positions. Bagacha to the cabinet, but very close friends were the former president. But then since then, I think there have been demands of more and more. And to some extent, factually, when in Serabonaiga, region area saw former president, Baliamo, and the current administration. But by identifying and to the same president had a problem. With the immediate former deputy president, Moskerigi, Tararusiu, Ernati and Takateva, Kwango Serete, Korobisi, na njira nzo iru taona chingoni chaja kati ya jasira nini magana mange.
So many
And of course now
happened.
in the recent past to our efforts cha reconciliation still ongoing, whereby the two leaders were much kana kukwana from a similar script. And to that level still nje timbo at think or a problem because you know, as a human being you always must have an opinion kimwanya bantu abona ayo goteba yaya ke into gitingira koraki kirangokia. But the only worry I have abana barai bale level babwente ko wikaranza. And again, you know, Jubilee as a party ne kiama kira affiliated na the former president ke ito bugambi otebire na yaya nchibune party leader tigang mbeke nyarebe ankonye. And in this case obekire Dr. Fred
Matiang'i
kuna
deputy
party leader, one of the deputy party leaders.
Yes.
Oyumukiri oyo kabere secretary general omubekire nerabe deputy party leader. Orosiri nyumba ya ibnata kite. Oyumukiri because by then being a leader ya Azimio nero orika changes chiricho kobeka Moske Kalonzo abe ase omoraibo wikiama kia Azimio. So such operations I don't think koenda chiribia na the current administration, which is again very okay. So in return you have to expect noise. So they're okay. Kera tima ya maya yegure ya monembo ukuniru. There must be reaction.
But now
again to karokie kebe.
Yes.
A president or former president tekera kukwana. Tata ko opinion ya abantu banyeire ba react. Because you know, if I speak an opinion which I'm entitled to, also I have to expect someone else to express their opinion.
Disagree with it.
So again, the
Yes.
the fact that once the opinion was put out, that now a team ya Moske Kenyatta Uhuru, they feel angamba bando kiraneli. The same way when opinions from the government I put, Moske Uhuru feels good responding to them. So nere bunaru eto opinion
expecting and aweko
lazima
reacted to. But now is the way it is being reacted to. Me, I have problem the way they react to it. Akroguli liokoranga yani there's no respect. You understand? The tone the leaders use when they're responding. You know, he was former president. Na maskani ya wika bororo. Na gaiga serikali maskani ya serikali wika bororo. But the way the pro-government allies ba kuiranelia. Abako ranga yani, you understand the tone, you understand the energy. Rongo machikotwale problem.
The one number one ngoteba.
Yes.
Number one. Etimire pro Uhuru should also up their game. Baraba imoke ba defend their leader. Number one. Number two, players one umuntu obanda korani Uhuru is a president.
Yes.
Level na ikoloteki.
No hera.
That is the same level. Liri players bali affiliated na ne president ba make the reaction. Then when I blame abasani aba Uhuru mpaka liko makonye. Angana babe temstari wa mbele kokana ngaki umura yutuga kwanete. Umuntu wenda kumironeli
is the president of the Republic of Kenya. Yes. Because it is his level.
Yes. That's why exactly we now have.
And but then
maybe they don't have capacity.
DCP party leader.
In the whole political game, Baba, we have what call you seize a moment and run with it. You run with what you have.
You run with what
and Reggie can always do that. So now former president, I think they need to rise up to the defense. Because since I may want to defend the president, not the former. But I am factual that by fact I expected the president went to Kuiraneri. And you see, Uhuru just made a phone call. He didn't even show up physically.
Yes, he wasn't there physically.
But then everything in Siasa is very symbolic. There's nothing ever by accident. It's always by design.
Why, Mheshimiwa, from where you sit, from where you analyze from. Why is it that leaders are not ready to take responsibilities? Very directly to them, be it a member of parliament, be it a governor, senator, president, CSs. Why is it so difficult? Or take responsibility. This is what we have done here. Keliba akora, let them speak proudly. Na keliba tara akora. But speak proudly, and this one we have not achieved it, but this is the program, this is the lineup. Why is it so difficult? There is no responsibility at all. Accountability, there is no. None.
It is because, number one, responsibility is very expensive. And no one wants to carry expenses. And the type of leadership we have in this country, for the longest, we've had a norm, it will be that you can just get away. Yeah, you can get away with anything after even making mistakes. It's a bit hard for umuntu kubuguli an expense. For example, I always say, anytime we pare korosi kwe pinyoro, they will say it is their job. All the time. Anytime we pare salegete, they will say it is the work of the government. Yani nigga as executive, MCA role state. MCA has no budget. As your MCA no kolike budget, executive yakoraki. Implement. Anytime must make kubole kenyoro. Mojumbe will say nigga as ya Kenya Power. Anytime we transform kole tu kenyoro nyine mete estima. Aba jumbe will send abantu ne chibicha chisim 50.
Yes.
Waka chibicha na koteba tuwalete estima in that village umojumbe nigga as yakoraki. Abakora. Anytime the country is not doing well, head of state I have ministers. It's in agriculture. I oversee the operation.
Where do I come in?
Anytime umuntu akominyoka otanga nenzegima. President will say, "Okay, mo abantu bayitoro cyo tokolega."
And we are good at taking credit. Getting to be on the right
that
way.
Is it. It is a very bad culture that we've built over time.
Yes.
That abantu bayito. But then even in general life, when you talk about failure, you know, it's a rule that failure is an orphan. Failure. But now, if today you get crowned as the best presenter of Kenya of the year, we look for your number. That is exactly what success means.
Can do.
Yes. So I think the same is applicable, which I say of course, which is not bad because the constitution is clear. For example, a role yaba jumbe is clearly known in the constitution. A role yaba MCA is known. The role of the governors is known. The role of the senators. Nelirende mono into abanyarwanda bananchi. Tuanjire tu iko yani badana. Oh, nero test me mwate. Sawa. Iko kora no muntu myartiga weta mwende. Aya. Ipale MCA tararos. Lazima ende. So I think the whole issue about getting accountable, this even includes religious leaders. They don't want to be named. But now everyone is saying that is the position of the church. Yes.
Pia mono sana antaragenda tuchigoswa abono the role of youth's opinions in politics tutaraswagabo bintu ngirigia korekana there is a small girl kuruchisa machia gesima I think olio better raped aga korwa mangana mabisana and the perpetrator nere na nyori ekiaye actually mzo akazingo ntebiale ngenge kinyorukia kandi renga muntu litawena tutindi airu kelicho airu asekwerende but rende and you saw even Gloria Oroba ngamba tonge na Britain in the morning ngwarabuna abogoliu kabisa ria taketuka ndo access a senate because the court had reinstated her as a nominated senator. Yes. But you karabuna abogole to the humiliation, the embarrassment, and so many things are happening kwa ruchumongina na rogwete on Saturday kurubora roigoro akairwa na mache. Yes. But such issues chigo kuna mwanyabantu ntura baraiba weso especially kurukisi by the way But condemn even our women leaders. But condemn what happened to Gloria, but condemn what happened to that little angel, but condemn to that what happened to that mama and his son, bakuroche. Yani ntorarora advocacy of human rights, was women rights, especially from the women leaders. Hatujaona kama wamesimama na kulaumu na kukemea. Wanyene chinsemo chindanga tuwarolira baraia basubati bakira mbago tebanga no. Whichever stand montale ekikero kiki akorekanire. This is not it. Why is it taking so long for women leaders from Kisii County and Nyamira County to condemn such acts? Are not Mbaroji.
Yani,
I wonder what is really happening.
One, these are very sad instances. Nambe ya mo uchase chakre family ya nyakongaligisma. We've put in our public condolences and of course condemning the act. And later in the day, actually with my team, late in the day with a few leaders. I was invited to lead the Torore how to support the family. I've seen a number of leaders visiting a family, but when I ever imagine, funny enough, no woman leader has even visited that place.
That's a joke.
It's a joke. The same area, actually, women rep comes from that village. Yes.
From that village?
Yes.
But then I hope that is so bitter.
It was a bad scene. I had a chance to go and you can feel
the pain
in our society. We don't need such acts as it mambo kongete muntu tabo kongezaidi yes kongete. It's a bad scene. And I want to national television condemn that act. Momrode rasta kolete naroche kenyoro kya country that rasta olitaba so utindeku wali because ina manyinga mabe. So pole sana to the family. We had an incident more Senator Gloria. I've not seen women leaders, of course, coming up and condemning what happened, because irrespective of political differences, because I don't sit in the same political space na Gloria, but I've had a chance previously. We've had an interaction on television before Nere, even before she got off parliament, and I can tell you now at some level of brilliance. Nere talinze no, she is sharp and intelligent to her level, irrespective of the mistakes and the political bold. She is equally bold. I also want to condemn that it was unfair. Though to some extent also I point fingers to her that to some extent especially in a society you don't attack and expect to be caressed. At times you utter something in public, then you expect proper support from a similar office. Gloria had taken a matter before court. It's not a matter that you're supposed to discuss so much in public. Her position before the same matter, before Okwandra Bobegori at the same house she wants to join. She has said this is the house they made, say Naki, and now she insists on going there. The rule was to be simple. With the order, to the relevant office. Maybe not her necessarily, because my wakili is a representative of
yeah, sure.
And also you read the room. In life, you also need to make lazima yomo nyinora very keen. To kutachama Google wasaigo ya nisi nginchona nyasai tai yana bago nkonya. Na tubeke tiotero. Maneka rokurabi, you also need to make sure
you gloves on.
Yes. So the timing with the nation is a bit a bit polarized. Siasa kidogo inaanza kushika. So the timing was a bit wrong. Now I went to seek support. I'm working on a good number of women leaders. Because once court has said something, it should be implemented.
Yes, sure.
By the law, it should be implemented. So, but there is a way. Because based on so it's an issue that requires our senior leaders including women leaders, who are more guided through, so that whatever that she deserves, she gets it. Issue yomo swati ulio wetheroche. That's equally a very bad incident. And I only don't want women leaders to speak. I'm expecting abarai to bonsi cumulatively bakwandering on it. Because honestly, what is the mistake of that mama? Magoza inarali. I mean, what is her mistake? Yeah, we've been failed by
our leaders.
Yes, collectively, women and men combined. So I'm expecting our leaders once, right from the grassroots leaders, even to the president, they should speak and say a mistake has happened, and make a commitment on after this mistake. Are we expecting a similar mistake?
Yes.
So now we honestly, you can imagine miaka ya once in their life. Miaka ya once in their life, they will see how their mother died. The entire life, they will know.
Whose failure is that? You gotta go from one side to another. Then it has to be, there must be a bridge.
There's never a connection.
There must be a bridge.
So incidences like that, we also have similar.
Losing lives carelessly.
We have...
and people are in offices.
And no one is speaking about them.
So, paid salary every month.
Of course, that is a big failure from their end.
Yeah.
And as of now, and as of this morning, we should be having a commitment on... We're not expecting a similar incident, and the family support so that they decently send off their kin.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm expecting I blame only women leaders. I'm expecting leaders to collectively they stand in and of course give their proper position so that tumanye a budget bridge.
Yes, sure.
Is it the national government? Is it the county government? And from that end, by the way, can you most what area kyako?
That somewhere in was it in a Rift Valley or where?
That is bad.
Yes.
I mean, that is bad in all aspects. Somewhere in Rift Valley, and we're hoping to take responsibility so that we don't expect such incidents. But and
it's there. But then I want to challenge our women leaders from Kisii County and Nyamira County. Not only these incidences, so many Ngobachire, Kwanyoranga, they are not active. The women from other counties, Okorora, they call the press
and give their position.
They give their position, whether they are on the same page or not. I mean, Tumpiro Vire General, Mokora Kwana from where you sit as women. We challenge you, and more fight for, especially for our women reps. Let them speak in parliament. Because you are there to represent your people.
It's true.
Go with the bills, sponsor bills, cry until your bill is passed.
Yeah, sure.
You are proud.
Yeah.
Inga effort nilitoa nguo kabisa to make sure this. Wacha maneno mingi. It's not words. It's not empty words. Especially as so who advocate for women rights is their mandate. Our women reps is their mandating at the first role. The key role is to fight for advocating, defending rights of women, and representing your people, oversighting and doing it. At least you can be very active on that. So, unatoka ndatega mheshimiwa nganchire ndasoma some of the feedbacks chachira sema Beavon kuba inyolinge tole na Honorable Beavon Magare is a political analyst and amangana governance kuya weka bia sana, and by the way narengereti gosenaro 2027 ekorokia nyali bali kitutu masaba, sorry ngalo gwera nyali bali masaba mandu kurogoro kitutu masaba, sorry but reno ntibonye achinga kiachira kwanira iguru yekirugi kibona igago tutageta ate opinion ya an expert from where he sits. I get to understand what is really happening and like to want to go better, the reasoning like to want to go better, the leadership and all that. Lakini tuchitomo invite bana karwacho ikanza mzee wa kazi kabisa. Muri sana iguru ya mangana kitutu masaba. More convincing why does he seeing the better option for Nyaliba for Kitutu Masaba people. Kirandi Dennis agotabita aneyemo. Yes, it should be one. It should be one and it's always one. Shadrack Omayo agoteba korue sani watching live seen Mheshimiwa Beavon Magare omwana bwa bantu. Karo mwana bwa bantu kweli kweli.
Asante.
Nyambane Haron agoteba following from Tinga Kitutu Masaba Beavon Magare mpaka bunge. Biamono sana Nyambane Haron. Mokaya Sam, Mokaya Samson, following from Gesima Ward, say hi to our incoming MP. Hi, incoming MP.
Nimesalimika.
Jeria Kiru is following from Manama Bahrain Kingdom. Mama Keruth, I got the best one yet. From Mama Biria na aligiriti kabisa, I got the Mama Africa Salimia Mheshimiwa Beavon, niko ndani mpaka mwisho. Biamana sana. Honorable Wakili Chabicho, agoteba Honorable Wakili Chabicho niko ndani, fagia mwenye hajafanya kazi kama Chabicho. Anasema tufagie wale wenye hawajafanya kazi kama yeye. Hata wewe hujafanya kazi. Omanda G Bernard agoteba aspiring MCA Nyakoe Ward following. Salimia huyo ndugu na umwambie na mungojea aingie Usi Youth for Youth Movement.
Haya, nitaingia Mheshimiwa Bernard.
Tutembee pamoja. Ingia Usi Youth for Youth Movement, mtembee pamoja. Walter Monde anasema amaiga mange is doing very well. Thank you so much Walter Monde.
Senator.
Na chitega nara mangana
imarisha jamii.
Yes. Yes. Bako bano mheshimiwa alio mo PS Mary Modoni sana ntewe na acha morete tomokorere interview weiga the PS for healthy muganyerete sana. So our brother Walter Maunda, thank you for watching. Naende Otebrenga, you are doing very well. Asante. All right, as Jimbo na imezimika, but we have the other one as we carry on reading your feedback. Motebanga lindi sara wakalo kwa no mheshimiwa boka mbaligo somachi jumbe chetu to tumere mbatoro jinga we are the third person tole na barabu asumuro video. That's how we do. Sorry for that hiccup. Mukaya watebanga following from Rigoma tunasema Beavon Guikaga Mbe Bugetutu incoming MP biamara sana Mukaya. Honorable Vidley Mose Okenya whatever assistant MCA bas Bugetaulio aspirant sorry anabugira assistant anyisome urongo mheshimiwa tangita. Honorable Vidley Mose Okenya Vidley Mose Okenya aspirant MCA bas Bugetaulio ward egotoka imeabo bas constituency niko ndani kama kawa kama dawa. Biamana sana mheshimiwa, we wish you all the best. Kirandi Dennis agotevango mwana mtu sara salimia sana mheshimiwa hapo ndani ya studio. Na wale kuro Nakuru City Matunda Andrew na wale kuro Nyamira Town na agoteva yuko pamoja na sisi mpaka Engoli. Thank you so much for your feedbacks. Ase imambi ya bona uko ndani na YouTube ndara ligiriria kulende keep them coming. Ntobwate bado chingaki tumanyo kura kurugeiga ase studio. Mheshimiwa,
yes.
The role of youths now, tuchibono elibagalia basai asa mangana yoborai. You yourself, you are a youth. You are no what in the future. Nyasai kara nchiki agera nyasai nero obate merubiri ya kirumonto. But yoroche libagalia basai asobra ya sense ya Kenya as of now. Impact nero basai ba bekire in terms of this leadership. Okoranga ya basai na warabuate opinion yawe ime count kwa sababu every opinion mheshimiwa Beavon counts. It has to count. Abasai ba changi erere any type of leadership in this government ikiagera serikali na reyero bono.
Of course, you know the only challenge about the role of youth in the whole space, orai governance and the structure of politics of our country. Talk about the limitations because one, youth can speak. Now the question is, speak to who? Yeah, you can always have an opinion, but who are you giving the opinion? Your opinion. It should be somebody all the way above the youth bracket. Onte miaka yae, olinge youth some 30 or 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It is very costly kwa a vocal person in a country like Kenya, where our elders made expensive in the political spaces. For example, after the Nico Card initiative, I expected our seniors, our elders, will take up gentokelia wake own fully was support the youth who had the initiative to own the process even more vocal than it was, by leveraging the platform, by allowing integration of the opinions and ideas, chive kind of policy or something similar. So that now the ideas of these young people chive had. Imagine, Sarai, after 14 years, the National Youth Council, for the first time in 14 years, National Youth Council is a constitutional office. It's a constitutional council. It's a council anchored in the constitution. It's act of parliament. But 14 years later, we've had nothing happening around issues national.
Why? Is it structures? Is it what was holding them back?
It is because Nagatai, who do you talk to about your opinion? You always have an opinion.
Then it means that opinion is not coming out clearly.
No, the opinion can come out clearly. You can have it on a breakfast show on Netaya.
Yes.
And someone is watching who is directly responsible for defining what we're discussing. But because you watch ya one of the reasons why at my age, whereby everyone thinks is because that now is young people, you know, I mean, it's okay. But there's a way our opinions count because our peers are not the ones listening. If you look at the youthful members of parliament, of course some babugatobo sense kidogo.
Yes.
But you see some are doing something. If you see, now you can imagine, it is because we have a young PS in the Ministry of Youth.
Yeah, that's what I was to ask you.
You know,
Fadhili.
We have a young PS, Fikrini Jacobs.
Fikrini, yeah, not Fadhili.
Who is making sure that at least because of the problems young people have had for the last several years, finally, we having a discussion about National Youth Council 14 years later. And this guy is in office barely a year. You've seen the president attending a number of youth events. Of course, being pushed by the Ministry of Youth.
Yes.
Whereby, of course, this young guy is a PS and maybe it's now able to understand exactly what young people need. Fikrini Jacobs himself is a product of being expelled from school, being sent out of school because of leading people, young people, to say no to this nonsense, yes to inclusion. Years later, of course, this thing is giving in, matokeo, but look at the expense. Yeah. Now, what if we had more youthful people to listen to what we say? How easy you go to IBC as a commission and a vice chair
or a very youthful
or a young man. Niko kati ingeshika mbaya.
Ingeshika kabisa, angesema watu
nguyas. Itaya TV yargo sabwe budget. Yogo suguma niko kati gusi.
Yes.
So now, because itaya go you'll get access to young people who no go design, it takes them 15 minutes go design a poster over a place where you go and you realize you have to take forever for your language to be heard. Now, look at our region. For the longest, Manyagusi in area very region who produce the oldest MP. Gusi all the time. Bono igatu anyirulia sini lakini ntora yetera.
What's our problem?
You know, if we look at the national structure, the effort of young people, by the way, as I score again, irrespective of their opinion in politics, they trying their best. The Dorabas I support the Fred Matiang. These are geniuses. But now, you realize even the same youth,
they're not there.
In the list of aspirants. I hope I hope it was a typing error.
It could be a typing error, yes.
Look at the young people supporting the president.
Yes.
There are a whole lot of very, very vocal young people. They're doing their best along their line.
Yeah.
question ideas is jabo ngoba chiri hard at times no
so chigo tuguterwe
at times when they hard it becomes very hard for the ideas to be implemented.
All right, I see your point, Mheshimiwa Beavon. Apart from Fikirini Jacobs, I was to ask you this question. Let me go ahead and ask it.
Yes.
There are so many other youths by chi department, one of their directors of something, parastatals, at least the other youths or even the PS. There is a PS from is it Central or where? This PS for water. No, I mean CS, sorry, CS for water. No masaomoke. And to what they binda basaibaire. But do they discharge their mandate? Boronge ya abasaibande emotishanga. At least no nya turabake. No nya tolo was ne percentage yanke abantu baitu bago to represent as youths. Ababaro already they are doing what is supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be doing. I know feel it their leadership apart from Fikirini one uchakira collective into biro rekaneo uchakira kwene kinga nkobale link between the youths and what's happening in the government ababande barororo ngo feel more go sina buna ndi bakobe let down to other youths to us eri ogire to lias nyukuwe kana even more
no inja bande barororo I don't think I know a number of them because now we have a difference between a youth and a youthful person. A youthful person may not be a youth. Navara are youthful, particularly youth. We speaking of 35 and below. Abuaro the government has done akesana. Also involved the 35 and below. Ababande very youthful. Like now, CS Muga.
Yes.
Eric is youthful. He may not fit in the bracket, but factually, you know, unlike other CSs, very over vocal or media, that young man is doing what he's supposed to do because they run like others. He was given his docket professionally at an area. He's a water engineer. So he wakes up doing what he did in college, what he has been practicing. That's why you see, social media, sites you can see an effort. The number two, if you look at the people around him, they're youthful equally. That says number one, because umonto swa umonto moke.
Yes.
So automatically umontereba bodyguard panto bago taranere photographer banyo rakabaga usakulire abantu elderly ndaisi nanda ko anda nonyene station ya serikali montali taje achikoye photographer yale kwa kachibijenga kiya moy amore taje ko taranere because arojino nere bare ngai nere baranyara koraki so I'm not speaking of the youthful directors. I'm speaking of the youth. The number is very low.
But 5 years and below.
Abake. And in this case, the most practical example, no chabona mo yokwana Walter Monde. Walter Monde is a very brilliant young man who ran for Senate in 2022. I think the youngest aspirant then. He didn't win. He didn't let it. Yes. He is now all over trying to make a national network or join a real team.
Yes.
Access to government. Understand how the government works. Why did he push a team way all the way to Nyamira? It's because one, he comes from this area. Then two, Abantaro collaborate now in the grassroots were still youthful people. I remember he actually called to invite me. Of course, I didn't make my way there.
Yes.
Now, the young people by Ruibaga, Diogo, colleagues, irrespective of who they support, I can tell you, they are doing what they can. Because they know you fail the whole lot of young people, the whole world comes for you. Because you have to
do the right thing
on behalf of the whole generation.
But then what is wrong with our youths? A platform appointed because youths must you PhD and masters outside under that age bracket whatever. They're very learned people. What's the problem? Totally are taken in.
Oh no, Sarai. You know, when you look at applications, recruitments, when you're in government parastatals, you realize they're telling you, what's 10 years experience? Wana sarai ayo monyere boniga karoja kwenda BBC ora sub 10 years experience kayokuru.
Okay.
I mean you're qualified,
Yeah.
you know what you want. There's a chance for you to grow. But kwa sababu
Experience
with a proof that for 10 years you've worked in public service. Uko bodi tata I'm barely 30. So you realize one Kobe director Central Bank of Kenya, for example,
or 15 years.
Iranu wakorega treasury. I mean, it becomes hard. So the opportunities are there. Do you know until the constitution in Kenya to change? Kobe president
I think
it was very expensive for a young man to dream Kobe president because last man koraganya abomogotu. But now in 2027 we sing people like Ndendi Nyoro, Edwin Sifuna being fronted as possible contenders for presidency, which was a reserve for abantu be miaka ya chile. Sometimes kitambo yana ino kora boli chikuro no bo kansala lazima kwa na kikonyenga yo kolega so that quality bono chikauki. So you realize young people they really want to wake up and work their way up, but they don't get the opportunity because the policies around the recruitment procedures and you know and the experience and everything does not favor them.
By the way, those are the real issue togote kuna the youth. And that's why I challenge our parliamentarians again. Ekiagara there's some amendments you were teko korwanga. Asina arora sabu monte experience kere miake you. Experience vuna kerota teko supreme charge na bano by the in my twin nante being a swearing in nereg and retasi by your state house. Yeah, charges.
Yeah, judges.
Omo ndo teko supreme court judge. Era na sabu experience orochukuru okine ebigambere binde gotira na bakanyaro wa colleges for a long time. But yaba saiba rule school wote teko ndi company get omo ndama go sabu experience get 7 years.
No nyene rank ya police. Wane rank ya jeshi. It is very expensive for young people kwenye ranks including karawo join a force go somete. Omo ndo tasomete you get a form 4 can manage.
Yes.
Aliena because of age. Are you with your 4 years degree?
Our parliamentarians should bring down the experience.
That is why I bring in the youthful legislators. Youthful.
Youthful legislators.
Now, when they sit in parliament, I'm asking from the two sides of pro-government and anti-government.
Yes.
Rooftop. But to get competition here rooftop. No one is going to pay them for being on the rooftops. They go back and engage in real talks like the ones we're having. Listen in. A young person who today must have a TCC, tax compliance certificate from KRA, must have a KRA PIN, must have an HELB certificate, must have kwende ya DCI good conduct.
Good conduct, yeah.
Do you know the cost of getting evidence?
It's very expensive.
It's very expensive. Yes.
And by the way,
but it is already hard. Ataranza wa apply.
It's already hard.
So already you get disqualified on basis that maybe kwa college kwa ligetoka teba singe jwa taite KRA pin bango ukalikali na nini you made a mistake, so you cannot access your tax compliance. So imagine most young people are missing out on opportunities, not because they rightfully deserve commission opportunities, but because who's going to raise it with them?
Nobody.
We now have the youthful parliamentarians. I'm asking them all the time. Nara Ramos ke Irene Mayaka pushed a very nice bill yamangana sports. That sporting should be a serious career with proper compensation and with proper structures. I mean, we commend that because we have a whole lot of sportsmen.
Oh, I supported that?
Yeah,
that's very good of
her. Yes.
Wow.
She's done that because I know she's a lover. She's a lover of sports.
Sports, she's a sports enthusiast so much.
Yes, so badly. So na sukume bill udina mangana.
Wow.
We ask ngaba jumba abanda batikalete bakyo yote miraka. Imu kibona ayokoli kubono. Mangana experience rusio. Kwanza actually scrap the entire nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah. Aya ngwarra ekero school ya college ya Kim ya kunwa. Not even a single member of parliament. Manya usagwe taiga our town tiga. Abasa bange managed to qualify kore college eri because they thought it's an old college.
Yes.
No, not even one member of parliament yokoraki. Wanira gatebana ki onya magoso kare. We want to understand because look at over 1 million people may be affected by the choice of which the route the government may take.
But again, will these other students suffer just because in college whatever they were reading was in the curriculum?
Ngore in charge ya machiko abajumbe lakini akubori naki abajumbe babere bakabagwakana scholarship koru ya CDF goji institution kwa rode mujumbe ondega gotena bunge akubori on behalf of abantu bae abantu bali school about that matter. So the answer is no. So I'm saying the youthful parliamentarians particularly across the country, irrespective of the political affiliation, they should now rise and defend the younger generation that is behind them. Because now it's going to be bad. We also experiencing another issue, Baba, that is coming in with the employers. Kolika genzi. We also collegerly on your to make a proper mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you need to single to miss because automatically by very blanket in a key, Avana, Balcoy. So for some reason, if even Parliament cannot move and protect this generation, we're moving from bad
to worse. That is it.
Yeah. And that now requires proper structures. Our parliamentarians, especially the youthful ones, because they are so they don't even mind. Because UK South Africa, they're not near here. Away. So it's upon the youthful parliamentarians and policy players that we now getting things done well for the sake of defending the generation that we're in.
Thank you so much for that. And again, I'm impressed with Irene Mayaka, because
I think you should find time and bring out this platform.
To discuss in the morning in a Brighton talk about running a key. Aba swati by to kurusi and Tora generalize.
Yes.
Tora kwana kurusi. Why are they not sponsoring bills?
Irene go irenjira.
Brighton on Irene go kwana harvia sana.
She does.
Kenyuri speaks so well. And bara stika meeting on yorora akora kole bintu so well. Do nyai ngora kwa ngo fight yarora nyora kabaga parliament yokwana, but rende it's not just talking. It's not just rising up na korokananga. You are fighting for your space. Yes. This is so nice. This is so nice. Introduction into the national okay. This is nice. This is really nice. By the way, mzee wa kazi tubona tolgie mheshimiwa.
You need to find time. Achega aire sena
ibili this is what we want.
And many more. Ate bune chitigarete onyaga nyara bano togero gukwana.
What are you doing?
Yes.
What are you advocating for in Parliament? Because in Parliament, Alitalia Soja Kabera forever. You need to fight for your space. Do something.
It's a 4.5 year contract.
Leave a legacy.
Move on to other things.
Yes. Congratulations to Irene.
Yeah,
thank you so much. And the other members ba koraiga ase ba korwa biamono sana. Machumuligereria torange go chigokora tubwatije de kankeigo ko bwato kubulia what we are discussing asemambia bono libagalia basae asubura indirelieri the challenges the youths face kwa yule na bako nyora youth na very qualified lakini bono sabu experience kiabo mochando egana arikuliga sometime back ngosu experience ya 4 years and I'm barely in the market
mono warole market
why can't you give me ncha kirega
ngegerere ko chimotu.
But we challenge our leaders, our parliamentarians. Can you focus real issues?
If they have interest of you that heart.
Stop discussing other leaders in Parliament. You are there discussing a leader who is not even
who will risk having a whole 3/4 of the young people being jobless.
Anyway, Magare makongu sana. And when you are youth qualified, you are giving the big water because good conduct ochire and all qualified kerento. and kwa yara ngotigiru just because tabu atibesa ara kwa abantu balia
na ndege tukaliye expire
ande
tukaliye
honestly speaking there is one who was telling me gaki na achira baka na call interview naenda I believe I was the best. I qualify onyene kwende libatagete nje
mboate
yes then all of a sudden umeachwa ati kwa sababu hauna pesa ya kufanya nini corruption inaharibu sasa kazi na dilute kazi. There's so many things that is happening around this country and we bring unless tonyora abantu bale genuine babuate a welfare y'abantu banda at heart.
Yeah, sure.
Naliturasuke busi like this nebyomo byomire mheshimiwa akoro kwanere Ezekiel Okumu Nyakundi agotebanga honorable Beavon Magare fire agotebe tiki agoteba Shadrack Omayo TB Nyambana Haron Viva yako awakira balibali kagangambia mono kabisa. Ezekiel Okumu Nyakundi, thank you very much. Kratrango chokora mheshimiwa, talk about what is really happening on ODM faction. Turakwa na ODM Linda ground Ntorochiba told a series of meetings. What are they trying to do before we talk about the ODM Youth League? Yeah, korekana bwangu iga. Is it in Mombasa?
Yes. That was in Coast region. They're coming.
But what is this ODM people from Linda ground achieving? Ndochira makaramu all the time. Eba oboirenga kitaturamba able to
find. Yeah, lazima.
Inakwaje?
Njoma the one I want to confirm that I may be a bit biased as a nimbuate conflict of interest, but then I'm always factual. Yes. Number one, in Chinonda se team ya tunataka power. Yeah, I work.
Nataka mwekewa mawe.
I work with the team, the original ODM. Always, Baba, I always say, in families, there can always be a divergent view as a how we look at life. You know, unamone ko montas konga chimiro ni sana nchirero. Nabonda arwangende straight na kugure gali konyenta kite. Oyo ndesko ku chimiro ni sana na bara enda ko rulimu. Agora ka probox iga. Asset lipna konyena ko teteki. Atagite. We all view life differently.
Different perspectives.
And there's no problem in life figure abantu bakoraki. Differ on ideology. You know, we can always differ. The only challenge I have
is democracy.
I mean, that is the democracy in the ODM. DIV stands for democracy. That is why there is no proper democracy activated, and maybe we could have seen worse scenarios.
Yes.
And the supreme role era soko change operations is with the people. We can Linda ground or Linda Mwananchi, and the people will say Linda Sisi. So our factions may, either one term or two term may not be valued. Abantu.
Yeah.
The constitution identify Abantu as the supreme.
Yes.
The people. We the people. So we the people may decide otherwise against our wishes.
Yes.
Or we the people may be convinced with our ideologies and join us. What every faction is doing is try to prove now we're in control of we the people. That's why one section says don't mess with our ground. Yeah, in his section here to where we've been here before. We know the roots. Kutakima is around 3 kilometers. I walked there for 9 years. So I walk because I know the roots. 9 years is such a long time. Yes. So the ground team says, hey, we've been here before and we know the roots. And and the Linda Mwananchi says, okay, we also know the route, but we choose to incorporate Nyarebe so that we complete the journey.
Okay.
And every team could be right.
So there is nothing wrong you speaking from...
what if it's a strategy to survive?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, siyasa can be siyasa all the time.
But now you are confusing us.
That is how it should be.
You're confusing the ODM lovers. Okay.
If truly mwatagwire nyumba, why could you want to be an owner in nyumba tagwire? You know, one faction says, oh, unaona kusiga nkuyu. Kila muntu agotiana na walaika ODM yakule. But gokoboka kwa saa moja cha mambo mpaka saa 4 cha butuku. ODM yekwete na abantu bakoraki bago discuss. So if ODM is dead truly ya kule you should forget about it.
You should forget about it.
Join a team that is alive and kicking. Now members ya bako tend to believe na banchete the Linda Mwananchi team. They tend to tell us maite ODM ya kule, but mbata itikuru ODM. You know, Sifuna is insisting I'm the legitimate SG. Yani naonda maite ngai moko ndu singoji. But rende tinda itiko work na nyarebe buna omone none. You know, you wonder what if it was easy as that. Nyumba ya agure, so likeko to wera
you just quit and
to get into a new house because I know babu ate bobiama bobere gabaro siri alongside that in case things get hot from this end they join. Aya abantu bagatebiku bono ODM yabere mpikaruo bakaruo but bagateba bado SG to know you. No, I wonder how do you have an SG as a kiamotari member? Because I thought in life insakoru si as a remote and insakoru si taya I need to switch into another station, another channel. But bono tinkoru si taya stirin taki komanyana etaya ngibakwana. Onye nade komanye ngibakwana.
What is there?
Enale ko gendera kokora koligere lindolena bakwanduya.
What is there is the ideologies only that. I don't think whether ODM is dead kabisa na wataki kuhama, wataki kuiacha because they know what is in there. It's only
yesterday
ideas choka.
Idea nchiyo. Karwa idea you don't speak on TV. You join the meeting. Retreat in Mombasa for National Executive Council, parliamentary group and governors.
Okay.
What do you do when you have ideas? You go there because one, you sit in the National Executive Council. The number two, you are an elected leader within or qualified automatically. We can answer.
You can answer.
So you don't speak ideas to strangers. You have that's why the team is meeting more often. So that if in case turukunya rakolete idea personally, submit your memoranda. So that ever discussed within and a resolution is made.
Okay.
So purposely. The retreat in Mombasa is to strategize. For example, after the convention in Nairobi, we now had the coastal region convention. We're having the Gusii convention, and we're praying nothing changes. Actually, Kitutu Masaba may be lucky to be hosting the convention here at Gusii. Then as we head to the Luo Nyanza and Western convention. So if nothing changes, we into Chakaba hosts the Gusii Youth Convention and ODM.
That's good.
In one of the venues within Kitutu Masaba possibly, or within Nyamira.
Okay.
As it may be decided by the National Organizing Committee, where I sit as a member.
All right. That's very nice. That's very good. My second last question before I give you your last parting shots. So we're at around 7 minutes. We call it a day. Are you seeing a scenario where Linda Ground and Linda Mwananchi working together by 2027? Taona kama mtakuwa tena pamoja. Hii ni confusion kidogo tu.
Yeah, it is very possible.
Yes.
That in life, nakotebi at times nabakora abantu na ndo watali kondo. Excitement yekorae. You make a mistake and insist that maybe you are right or you are misquoted and everything. It is very possible that the two factions can work together ahead of 2027. It's why I always tell people, think of aggressive when you're taking sides. Don't do that. The political class can disappoint you any moment of the day. It can disappoint you any moment of the day. Just like recent happening is kwa rana ina baraibaita bagusiga bagukwana niga baraiga bagasabu sana kabisa ayo baliko chabagora mana bagasoa kandi bakumina kai mware kototebi. Yeah, so it is equally possible that the two factions can work together ahead of 2027 because what if ekibako muna kia very resolved? What if the document nere konye isire to bisi ya toki? So these teams can work together ahead of 2027. This is why kokanya bantu including those like me who may want to differ na moske Sifuna and his team. I always ask people, don't do that aggressively. Find a way within the circle, survive ikabonya goki. Kuna njengo work na Linda Ground, ayo work na Linda Mwananchi. I mean you're very okay. Unatayo kwa sairi. But to basokoro rana ayo ole beta Kobwa abatore moina. Just same case to abatore moina. We not really so better. Kobwa aba bakarutaki. Na batoko ruga to bajoin. Osomoro wali makarutaki. Moto join and the best line is these are all. That's why I know Buru always says, our party leader Dr. Buru, that ODM is one. Yes.
Not two.
Yes.
All right. What could be your advice to our 13th Parliament now that kiruburi tobogo cha oboko wera ebunge yo baraibaito kirento kego chego ko wera nanda maina kwa nyoranga na buba abeire like the weak link ebinto korekana. So if you could be saying something to them for this remaining period ekatwari wake sabu na mzee wa kazi actually babugate exactly around 8 months really very active
8 to 9 months
8 to 9 months because it's not too late. They can fix something, they can do something, at least something right for this remaining period of time before you give your final closing remarks.
Our members of parliament from across the political divide, they have failed this country. They have failed this country. And I think ekiburi eke gocha na CDF. Chibese chibaire cha CDF. Ekitieke ya CDF ekeko ba ekiburi sana. I could advise abajumbe baitu irrespective of their political affiliation baruchi rooftop because these people they always unite kero bakuniru nabone kiskiria CDF bakaba very aggressive bakaba macho mbauru ekitikeria CDF and of course it's one of the things we're doing that in life if God gives us a chance disband all those kids to chipasirichi and the Ministry of Education abana banyo free education you know. Abajumbe baito they don't listen to what their people need.
Yes.
Eba ko imagininga njara ba ligireri abantu baito bina bintu bakorataki batagete.
Yes.
For example, shonye border sheds. Why are you doing border sheds and the county government is doing border sheds? Why do you have such thing in your budget? Our leaders as of now, our abajumbe baito. They have an allowance, babugate commuter salary, babugate actually an allowance yo at the grassroots. Every other weekend.
Yeah.
Bacha kotekerera ama oni ya bantu baitu. But the activities bako koraga nechibese chiri ichire control to what the money is supposed to
be doing.
Our people have issues chire very regular. So many one I got the most recent some 2, 3, 4 days ago. Kisi National Polytechnic abanafuzi ba graduated. A whole 4,000. Maybe 2,000 or so could be abana korwari. Kurugusi. Muarara recently abajumbe bago dish out marube yebosikali walimu nini okerende gaki before majiko cap mwana kora take advantage torara rusi a lot here maiga you know if there is a way banta ba graduate ko maiga barusi kusiko you know ondazo ekenya but you know bagari toke na baba ko na baganya meeting nyebere tato you know we now having graduates for 2026 vale na graduates for 2016 you know 10 years later. Honestly, it is bad.
Yes.
They should really find a way unite on this matters dealing with the one specifically. We've not seen your active participation.
Yes, sure.
We've seen, of course, a number of you trying to raise issues side shows amangana a university of Nyamira. We've seen Monto Boli, Igorye, Bakinoma MC Oboli, Igorye, Sunekaya Strip.
Yes.
Can you follow up on the promises made by the president during his visit to Kisii, to Gusii region recently? If no, can you go back to the videos? So that you make a follow-up urgently on those things. Make sure a budget and they are done according to the standards that they're supposed to be done.
Yes.
If the president said something about affordable housing, we don't have to miss anything about affordable housing.
That is it.
Because they have the videos. Follow-up, they know the ministry in charge of affordable housing. They know who does markets. But make a follow-up formally as our representatives.
Thank you so much. Take 30 seconds to crown everything that you've said. 30 seconds is
that politics will come and go. We and you will remain.
Yes.
To ango monte singe siasa. Siasa era no era. Na inabana siasa basuka ulibaga. Na wara tonchukana sana. So mwanja abana siasa abantu bamintu bagusi. Batoraye go chia sabe. Then number 2 sabira baraiba ino na inde ba encourage bakore gasibata kire gukora na 2027 mokonya ribaga akira abantu bare level headed chikura baeribaga bako bakorera gasi so nari gusaba abantu baitu bari batarabwata chikura bakabona batumeka advantage ya continuous voter registration baitere constituency chetu baenda ali office babwata chikura abantu batabwata ibande make a follow up nyole ibande abantu badumisha mulembe kunya kurama ne mutandao tema value abantu bakora umurimo abantu bari mu gondo boniga tiabiri cha igari cha isiri hoja abaganiri tukoreria.
Thank you so much. Yo nere Honorable Beavon Magare koro kitutu Masaba Nyamira County twakwanira manganari ngete oboteneneri oborai amagenderero siasa naboigo abasairi bagali abasaindireri asa mangana siasa okorera na point ntumwa gotebanga onyetora bwata kadi genderera goteki this initiative positively nero continuous voter registration na yawe part and parcel karatuweka 2027 general election na wateganga ya kitutu Masaba akire ndo tumo invite bono officially ntora ire birengera libya manyetare analyst mangana expert ya mangana governance to kumurusio na watenga aya yango tugingero ri negesire so that's why the watch oratu konya ku understanding ngaitokorwa ngaitogocha na inde ngaitore nalia mangana ko babuya. Thank you so much Mheshimiwa for your time. May God bless you. Next time bona karogocha it is Kisutu Masaba politics.
Time ze wakazi ajipanga na ndanywa maji sasa.
Kabisa. Kujipanga. Biamana sana Zekilo 10 Nyakundi biamana kwa Kilimani Nairobi. Na ndingo manyuanga there is a swearing in ya aba is a swearing in of charges. Alias nyumba yobora ya status mimo cho Nairobi rende na ya kwaba aware kwa manyanga abana chibi nangutiani gubakare bandegara bandi mokuriye gasi babure tabande they're getting jobs and they're being swearing in big jobs biamana sana mzee wa kazi ya soko nginyolia Eric Murithi Muga is the youngest TS ochore tukale 32 years bono kale 34 years na agende tokora mangana maya as sector ya mangana ya machi bia mono sana mwacho murigate tukorera bwase bono kwa niaba ya Mheshimiwa Honorable Beavon Magare kura Kitutu Masaba kwa niaba ya mzee wa kazi na Brighton Makori kwa niaba ya Frank Mayunga the tallest guy since my camera na boigo our pure and producer the baddest producer na Joshua Uta tukorera ngambia mono sana nchepatame ndoke Mama Africa ndoke ntingana yeta breakfast show Sara jirangi Ontita twarugotega liborobya no boligere liborobya imeyeta TV oborabo bwausi.
Etaya TV, oborabu bwagusi.